I'm Sarah, your librarian at River Valley Community College. Today we're going to look at psychology resources. Let's take a look at how to access articles and ebooks from the library's website. So to start, we're going to go up to Student Support and then choose Puxta Library. This brings you to the library's page. We'll scroll down and then we're going to choose Students and Start Research Here. This brings you to a list of research guides on different subjects. So in this case, for psychology, we're going to scroll down and we're going to select the guide for liberal arts. Now, depending on how your Canvas page is set up, Canvas might automatically link you to this guide as well. A couple of important things to show here. There are different links on top. We're going to look at the specialized databases in just a moment. Also, eReserve textbooks. Some of your textbooks are available online through the library. We generally have just one copy. General databases. Books and ebooks. So you have access to a collection of approximately 200,000 ebooks that you can read at home or on campus, and you can search for ebooks here. There's also a tab here for books that are physically in the Puxta Library. Also videos and tutorials, how to get help, feedback, and for fun, a question of the week. Importantly, over here on the right-hand side is a chat box. If you type a question, it will go directly to the staff at the Puxta Library and we will help you. Navigating back to specialized resources though, there's a list here of several different databases that you can choose from. For today, we're going to look specifically at the psychology database. So this is a database that only contains resources that pertain to the field of psychology. When you get here, you want to put in your search terms. So in this case, let's say I want to find an article on the effect that programs that encourage children to read to dogs have on their development of reading skills. So let's say I just put in dogs. Also down here, there are a couple options. The first one is full text. Generally, you want to click on that because that will allow you to have a list that only shows articles that you can access right away and are available for you to read in full text. If you don't click on that box, you'll get a mixture of things that are available and aren't available. So in most cases, students want to click on that. And the next thing here is called peer-reviewed. That means that the source is coming from someone who's an expert in the discipline, and also that someone has checked over all of the information in the source to make sure it's accurate. So today we're going to click on that box as well so that our result list only shows us articles that are peer-reviewed. So let's take a look. Okay, so I got 28,000 results back, which is a lot. Also, if I take a look here, the first thing has to do with sled dogs. Now remember, I wanted to look for an article that has to do with children reading to dogs and the development of their reading skills. So these are not specific enough. What I want to do is put in another keyword. So in this case, I'm going to put dogs and reading. Now note, I used the word and there. That tells the database something really important, that I'm looking for an article that's about dogs and about reading. So what you want to do is take your keywords and then separate them with the word and. So you're basically saying, I'd like this and I also want this. Okay, so now I have 9,500 results, still a lot. And taking a look at this, the first one looks like a good article. However, it's from the year 2000, which means that it might be out of date. I probably want something a little bit newer. So what I can do, instead of going through every single one of these articles and looking to see when it was published, I can come down here and I can adjust the publication date range. So by clicking on this, I can type in that I only want things within the last 5 years. Then if I press update, okay, now I'm down to about 1,500 results. Still a lot, but they're more specific and they're more current. And taking a look, these first 2 articles I might not be super interested in, but it's important to always scroll down a little bit because you might find that the perfect article is actually number 7, not number 1. In this case, I kind of like this third one here. The impact of a therapy dog program on children's reading skills and attitudes towards reading. It's from 2016, so it's within my range. Now I have 2 options here. I can either click right on the title, which will bring me to information about the article, or if I want to, I can click full text and I can start reading right away. And here I am. This is my article right here. Again, I can read this on campus or off campus. And of course, if you're off campus, it's available to you 24/7. So I can read this through. Let's say I like it. I can download it. I can email it. I can print it. And there's also a citation tool. So if I take a look at this, I have to provide a citation with my paper. Here is an APA citation. Couple things to note though, these are not usually perfect because they are written by computers, not by humans, so I always recommend that you double check this with an APA manual, with the APA resources created by the library, or meet with a librarian and we can go over it with you to make sure that it's correct. Now the last thing I may want to look for is a link that I could send to my instructor or maybe some of my fellow students if I'm working on a group project or posting something on a discussion board. There are some best practices for doing that. In some databases you can take the link from the very top up here. However, some of the databases it won't work because it's a temporary link and it doesn't include the college's login information. So generally you want to look for something called a permalink. In this case, I'm going to go to the Details tab. And then from there, I'm going to scroll down almost to the bottom. And it's a document URL in ProQuest or in the psychology database by ProQuest. And I can copy that and I can send that to my instructor. So that was a very quick overview of the resources that we have available to you. Don't forget though, we're here to help. I love doing research. So if you contact me and ask for help, I will be very excited to work with you.